Hello and welcome again. I'm about to make a casserole, a corned beef casserole. I'm going to boil some macaroni and some macaroni pasta, elbows. I'm going to boil some elbows, and I'm going to saute this can of corned beef with some vegetables and stuff. Put it in a baking dish, and I'll bake it for a few minutes. So here we go. Let's get the pasta in the water. So here I got a pound of elbows. I put a little bit of oil in the water so they wouldn't stick. I'll just give that a stir. The water is salted also, salted water. Give this a stir. Make sure it's not sticking to the bottom. And this is going to go for probably 10 minutes. Should be finished within 10 minutes. So then next, I'll start sautéing the corned beef. But first, I'll get some onions and garlic all chopped up. Well, I've cut up my garlic here, a tomato, half of an onion, and now I'm going to open this corned beef with this key. I remember as a kid when my parents did this, and we always wanted to do it ourselves. And they always say, no, you got to be careful with that. The edges are going to cut you and all that. But it was always something that really kind of amazed me. But now I'm going to take this out and I'm going to crush it before I put it into the frying pan. I'm going to cut this up. It's like a spam, but it's beef. It's a beef, a ground beef. Okay, so that's good enough. I'm going to use some tomato paste, and I have a sauce that I have here that I'm going to also mix with this once I started frying that up. So, and my pasta is already done. That's done. So I have it draining there. So let's go to the skillet. And in my skillet, I'll add about 2 tablespoons of olive oil. 2 tablespoons of olive oil, along with some coconut oil. So I'll do 1 tablespoon of coconut oil in there. Okay, so that's going to start frying up, heating up, and once this starts heating up here, just want that coconut oil to melt and swirl it around a little. And guys, if you see your skillet, a lot of people I know have noticed their skillets are warped, and this is because when you buy it, when you're using it for the first time, never use it on very high temperatures. It gets warped. The center pops up, and it stays that way. Because I have returned several skillets, and when I wrote to the companies like Tools of the Trade, and that's what they're advising. In the beginning, do not use it on very high heat, or else it would be warped. So, but I found that after it still happened, you know, after even if I did that. If at one point you need to get high heat in your skillet, and it's going to happen eventually. So you know, that was just maybe an excuse, but maybe there's something with the construction of with the manufacturing of the skillets, or maybe the metal of itself. But I have a few new ones that I haven't been using on high heat, and they're level. They're, at least as of yet, they're not warped. So I would usually use those when I'm doing certain things. So I'll get some salt in here, my regular salt element, and some complete seasoning, sazon completa, some cayenne pepper, get some cayenne pepper in here. Give it some heat. And my salt element. 1 teaspoon. Move this around and let it cook until the tomatoes are cooked and the onions are cooked. I'm on medium heat right now, so I'll let this go for maybe 2 minutes, and then we'll add the beef to it. Okay, we'll be back when we're going to add that beef. And we're looking to add some green to it. I added some fresh oregano that I had, and also I added chopped cilantro. So, and my onions are cooked, tomatoes look cooked, and then we'll just add the beef here. Now this is one that's gonna heat through and break down, and it's gonna become a lovely mix here. I have this sauce here, which I'm going to put a couple of spoons in. This is going to assist it in breaking down and making a stew. So I just add a little bit of water in there to help it along. Give it a taste. That's perfect. And I'm going to cover that. I'm going to cover this for 5 minutes and just let it do its thing there, work into that beef. So we'll be back after 5 minutes, and then we'll add our pasta and some other stuff. Here guys, I decided why not add some veggies in there. So I had a bok choy in the refrigerator, a couple of baby bok choys, and I'll just chop it up and I'll add it to the stew. So and then before we add I'll let this wilt down. I'll just add the white part, that's the harder part, and let that wilt down, and then I'll add the green just before I put it in the oven. Just mix in the white part of the bok choy and let it wilt down for a little. Just give it a minute or so. Let that happen. So I'm allowing this to evaporate a little, and also wilt the white portion of the bok choy. So once I get softish, I'll add the rest of the stuff and get rid of some of that water before I put my macaronis in. Okay guys, I think we're ready. It's pulling away from the sides and it's leaving the bottom, so that means most of the water is out. So we'll just add our pasta here. Just add our pasta and stir that in. This is a recipe I'm making up as I go, right? So I have to make sure I write stuff down now. I mean, it's a basic recipe, but something that I've done before with the corned beef and the pasta, but I'm adding a few more steps here to hopefully enhance it and have it and make it a casserole of some sort, you know. So now turn our music down. We turn our fire down, and I'm going to add all these greens to it, and we'll fold this in here. Fold it in. I don't want to lose any pieces of my greens here now. Okay, just fold it all in. Guess what? Have some mozzarella, guys, here. I'm going to put a good helping of mozzarella in here. Stir this in. And I'm coming with something else too. Alright, I got a little bit of mozzarella in there. Give it some parm. Some parmesan. So you don't really add any salt, because parmesan has his salt content is kind of kind of off the chart sometimes, but okay. So we take this off the fire right now. Take this off the fire. It's already starting to melt, and take this off the fire, and I'm going to beat an egg and put in there. Hold everything together. Okay. This is actually ready to be eaten, but I have something else I want to do. So, I have 2 eggs with some heavy cream, actually half and half. I'm going to add that to here. Mix it in. The heavy cream could be omitted. Now I'm going to spray my springform pan. And that's what we're going to do with this. We're going to stick it in the oven. Until it's nice and set. So here I placed the mixed casserole into my 8-inch baking pan, and I had some extra left over, so I did a little extra pan, and I placed it in the oven. It's at 325, and it's gonna go for I will give it 30 minutes so that it will set, and then I'll take it out there and check it out. So here we go. Yeah, guys, here's the regular the corned beef casserole that I was preparing. It's the corned beef and the macaroni with the onions, garlics, and also the pak choy, the pak choy greens. I have them all incorporated in there. Put it in the oven. It was in the oven for about 20 minutes. And the top, I put some mozzarella cheese, and I have some parmesan cheese in there. So it's delectable. It's delicious. So try this recipe. It's quick, easy. It's something I made up as I was going along, kind of. And I'll put everything in the description box below. It's original. It's brand new, just with a few basic ingredients. So enjoy. Thanks for watching. Yes, guys, the final. This is the corned beef casserole I placed in my 8-inch baking dish, and I had it in the oven. It stayed in the oven for about 15 to 20 minutes until it's set, and this is the beautiful results that I got. So I hope you'll try this recipe, and just keep on watching. There'll be great things to come, and happy Thanksgiving.